Hello everyone, and welcome back to All of Fabric 6. We are back on the server. The last episode was quite a while ago. I'm not entirely sure what we did, but I'm sure it'll come to me in a beautiful image in my brain. I know we killed the Ender Dragon. I'm just not sure if that was the last episode. It may have been. It may have been. In that case, we now have access to the end. We have access to like end cities and stuff like that. I believe we were trying to make a an end data model, right? Because then this guy will give us, let's look up what the thing is. It is this stuff, the extraterrestrial matter, and then we can turn that into ender pearls if we want. We can craft a nether star, so we don't even have to fight the wither if we don't want to. You know, we can make end stone, we can make chorus fruit. So we can do some pretty good stuff. Nether star being the most appealing option there, ender pearl sort of being a little added bonus if we want to. On top of that, we would also have access to, where is it? End pristine matter that we could get from our fabricator or from our guy, and then we can get drops from any of these things, right? Including shulkers, obviously including endermen, so that's ender pearls again. Cool. How do we do that? Well, we didn't find any shulkers, and we may not be able to because they're chances are if we find a base, it's probably been killed, and I don't know if we'd find spawners. I'm not even sure if there are shulker spawners. Maybe there are, maybe there's not. The point is, you can craft them. You can craft them using purpur, ender dust, and small piles of endstone. You could also trade with a purpur altar, which we can make as well, and I think I may have actually just already made it. I'm not entirely sure if I did. It doesn't really look like I have, but I'll double check my backpack. One of the backpacks. We've got a few backpacks that we carry around nowadays, apparently. Oh! This backpack has a diamond spear with looting 3 and an epic iron warglaive with mending. Can we get a fact check on that one? Has that always been in there? I feel like it has to. Like the backpacks don't have magnets. I didn't place it in here. Right? How very strange. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, I'll hold on to it. I won't use those things this episode. If we think that sounds legit, then maybe it is. Here's some more purpur. So I guess we already had purpur and I didn't realize, but... Oh, what's happening? Is my inventory okay? I'm not sure if it's okay. I think it's struggling a bit. Chorus fruit, yeah. And is there anything else? I think that's it. Obviously, there's some eyes of ender that we didn't end up using. Cool. Awesome. You love to see it. So, with that stuff in there, what do we actually need to get our hands on the, what do you call it? On the shulker shells. Can we make 4 of these? We have enough purpur blocks. We will now need ender dust. So we need 4 pieces of ender dust and 4 small piles of endstone dust. The endstone dust we get from an endstone dust, so you break it into small piles, and that you get from one of these machines, either a macerator from Modern Industrialization. You can get it from an industrial grind from Tech Reborn, or a grinder from Tech Reborn. We probably want to lean towards the macerator. It's one of those. We do not have one. I'm just double checking. We have a pulverizer, which you would think would work, but I don't believe it does. There's so many different things. One thing I should do is, if I toggle this on, we then have night vision, and you guys can see everything at all times. So that should hopefully enhance the viewing experience. But the problem is we'll take fall damage again. I think it's fine though. Hold on. So that goes there. Do we have fall? We have feather falling, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. This thing's going to break soon. I'll take that off so I can repair it. And we'll keep the boots on. Are we good now? I think we're good. Let's see if we've got endstone in here. We do. We've got a decent amount. It looks like I only need 1 piece because we craft with the tiny pieces. Did the server just die? It's not looking too good, is it? Alright, it's all good. Everyone remain calm. We've got our compressor here. The other stuff that we had, I mean, I must have moved it. Because didn't we have more stuff? Because we had a boiler, I know that much. And we had some other contraption. And clearly we've placed those somewhere else. Oh, over here, wasn't it? Because we were smelting this stuff. The iron swords into iron nuggets. Beautiful. Alright, so that's doing its thing, that's fine. We'll probably move it, or maybe we'll put everything over there. You know what? Let's be smart about this. Let's make things look nice, okay? I'm gonna pick up the boiler. I'm gonna pick up the sink and the, water pipe. They're probably gonna end up in here, I imagine, courtesy of our little vacuum guy. So that should be fine. Is it gonna show up? Yep, there we go. I'm going to place them over in this area, and we'll just pipe over to that. How does that sound? I think that sounds logical. So we'll have the boiler here. We'll go ahead and place the sink here, and we'll hook up this fluid pipe. I believe I was told if you had a pipe, you could like connect them onto the bits they're meant to go onto. I don't have that on me. I've got nothing on me apparently. I'm gonna have to transition all of this stuff into my other backpack. Should I just do that now? Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, well that worked. So now I can open my inventory, grab out the wrench, and put it to work. So right click there to connect it. We obviously want it to be pulling water, and we want it to place it into there. So this guy should now have water in him. He already did, I think. Well, I guess he can make steel now. We'll pipe the charcoal over as well. Obviously, I've got some to at least get us started, so that should be good. That'll heat up. And then I need to get the steam over there, right? Previously, I think I was just doing it adjacently, whereas it probably will help to bring it over properly. If we look in the quests, we can go down to modern industrialization, and we may be able to find fluid transportation. Is this going to move steam as well? Is that what they're telling me? Maybe. I mean, it makes sense. You know, a little bit at least. Item transport, energy transport, fluid transport. I mean, that all makes sense. We can double check by going in here and searching for the pipe, right? And we can see Modern Dynamics obviously has pipes. There's fluid pipes, item pipes, and then there should be an energy pipe. Maybe it's called a cable or something. But I think it's fine. I think we just make some more of these pipes or grab some out of the system and all will be well. Unless we have them on us. We do not. That is fine. Let's go here. Go ahead and search for the pipes. There we go. Is this enough? No. So yeah, we'll make some more. Or at least I'll... see, I can make more of these pipes. Or what? Or I can run the stuff over here. I think I need more pipes regardless. Look, it's fine. Oh, actually, we do have another option. Hold on. We could use ended tanks. We could use entangled tanks. They have a different name here. This is affordable. We can make that, and then we can wirelessly move the stuff. Because we've got this tank here, so we just need another one. Let's go entangled. Let's go ahead and click on the tank. What do we need? We're going to need Eyes of Ender, Cauldron, and Blaze Rods. So the Cauldron should be pretty easy. Cauldron. The Blaze Rods, I believe we can craft. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be fine. We're out of the things that we need there. In our backpack are the Eyes of Ender. Beautiful. That, my friends, is an entangled tank. Awesome. So here it is. Currently, it is on the public network, which contains water by the looks of things. What we can do is grab 2 diamonds. We just need 2. And we can click on the top, and it will take out the gold, and it'll put it on my private player-specific network. So now, obviously it's not full of water, it's full of whatever I want to put in it. So then we can pick these guys up. Give it a second to catch up. There we go. They keep their diamonds on them, which is good. If you're playing on the server, invest the diamonds to lock these. Obviously, if we catch someone stealing things, they'll get banned, but it'll just save a lot of troubles. This will go here. So we want this guy to output up. Probably easier said. Oh, actually, no. I mean, it's full of steam already. There we go. He's full of steam. And you know what? This color combination of full white dye, I mean, it makes sense for steam, right? If anything, maybe we could have done gray dye, but I think it's fine. I think it works. So then we can bring this guy over here, slap him down. And is that just going to fill him up? It's hard to tell. We'd probably need, you know, something to test with, like this efficiency 2 iron shovel. If I chuck that in there, it'll start processing. It's using the steam. This guy's not emptying, so we clearly need to get this guy up here to pull or something. So I'll give it a right click. Oh no, that just spins it. All right. I'm not sure then. How do we do that? Auto extraction disabled? Enabled. Well, that's not what we want. Lock editing, click to disable, shift click to lock all. I don't want any of that. I just want to be able to tell it, hey, you get the stuff from the top, but it may need it. You know what? Here. I'm panicking. What we're going to do is we're just going to connect the pipe here. If that's going to work. It's going to go there. It's going to attach to push things in. If this actually wants to break, which it looks like it did, and then it looks like it's gone all over the place. The vacuum thing works far too well. So then we'll place this on top. And then we'll tell it, hey, guess what? You are going to pull that out. And it will fill this guy up. Beautiful. Okay. That system is sorted. So now, the whole point of that was to get our boiler over in this area so that we can place a lot more machines here, including the one that we've got inside that we'll bring over. We could also run some cables and put the wireless network over there too, if we want. We'll have to see what happens here. Oh, you know what? It looks like shift-click did open up that side to now be, whatchamacallit, the right thing. See how it's like now got an actual thing? I don't know how to remove it though. Is there do we have any ideas on how you get rid of that? It's fine. Everything's fine. Remain calm. Everything's fine. Alright, we should run the cables underneath, I think. That makes perfect sense to me. Because then we can just obviously slap them on top, and they'll fill up with steam, and all will be well. We don't need the compressor, we obviously need the other machine, and we'll have to see what exactly we need to make that. So, to make ourselves a bronze macerator, it's one of those, we need 3 copper gears. Now, copper gears, see, you can trade for all this stuff, and like that seems insane. It seems too good that I'm purposefully not doing it because the alternative is so much more challenging that it just seems, it makes more sense to me in terms of like, I don't know, I want to do it. Now this assembler looks really cool, but he needs power. We're not even at that stage, we're still using steam, so we're probably just going to have to manually make it, right? So that's going to be the copper bolts, the copper rings, and the plates. And we need 3 gears worth, so we're going to be grabbing a decent amount of copper out of here. I should probably smelt some copper as well, so while all that's happening, let's go ahead and chuck this on there. There we go, that should happen. Then we'll open this guy up. I do not have the hammer on me, or if I do, it is hidden. Here it is, diamond hammer. Some of these you don't need the hammer, but I think if you provide the hammer, you just get a little bit more bang for your buck. Like if I get rid of this hammer, oh, you can't even do it. But actually, can you? I don't know, because if I do this, let's do a little test. If I grab this, it uses 1 ingot. If I put the hammer in and I grab this, it uses 1 ingot as well. So yeah, I guess we want to use the hammer. So then we need copper bolts. We're going to need 12 of those. And then we're also going to need 12 plates. Now plates, we've probably already got crafted and we can auto craft them. But all it's costing us is durability. So I'm not too fussed. We can automate that in the future, the actual hammers or something. Regardless, we now have gears, or at least we can have gears. I've opened the wrong thing, but it's fine. We'll get there. Yep, 1 more. We're almost there. All right, 3 copper gears, and they're going to go here, and we have a bronze macerator. Choppy, grindy, uppy materialies. He's going to go there, and he will fill up with steam. He won't. He definitely should. I'm guessing he's currently outputting at the bottom. That's fine. What we can do is we can hop under here real quick and just make sure both... Oh, they're not hooked up with the pipes even. That makes sense. Hold on. So we got to slap this down. I think... Yeah. I was told that if I do that, it works. Like I can use the pipe to click on another pipe, and that'll actually work quite well to connect them instead of needing to use everything else. But how does this work then? Oh, there we go. So then that puts it in. That is a little bit more convenient than using the wrench. Obviously, you need line of sight, but I mean, it works, clearly. So this guy's full of steam now. He can now do whatever it was we wanted, which I believe was chuck in endstone. Oh! And so he started. So this will slowly fill up, and then we'll have ourselves endstone dust. So obviously it says 0 at the moment. It's just currently crafting it. In terms of the end dust, that might be a little bit more annoying, I guess. So we just need proper end dust, and we can get that. We can get 2 from a grinder. We can get, what do we have? 1 from a macerator. We can get 1 from an anvil, 1 from a mill, or from an inscriber. We're probably just going to use the mills. I don't think I'm going to make a whole new system for that. Although we could, you know what I mean? Like we could. It's an option. It wouldn't be that difficult, I think. Well, you know what? Let's have a look. Let's search grinder from this guy. What do I have for this? So we can autocraft some pieces, and then this is what we're left at. So we're going to need a propeller and 1 of the machine casings, or machine frames, I guess. And this we have like none of. We're going to need to make a gear. We can probably do it. We can probably do it. Probably. Well, we can probably do it. Another thing I will say that I should do is we need like a item frame here or something. Or a tool rack. So, what do we have? Drying rack, tool rack. That's what I would like. That way I can keep the diamond hammer when I'm done. Because he just doesn't store it. Like, surely when I'm done with my forge, I leave the hammer on there. You know what I mean? I just rest it there. And it's there for me next time. I don't go and put it away. But, whatever. We'll grab that. That'll be fine. Go ahead and put that up there. It works already. So, we need iron gear. That's that built. Awesome. What's next? We need refined iron plates. Now, I've got refined iron, so that's fine. We're going to need 7 of these, it looks like. So I'll grab 7 of those. Perfect. We'll go ahead and slap that guy down, and he'll be done in seconds. We've got the copper. Luckily, that doesn't over-smelt or anything. And then what? What's next? So hold on. What's currently... Didn't we paste everything in here? I must have cleared it. There's going to be a lot that we need. Alright, we have the basic machine frame. The rest of this is almost crafting. I think we still need a fan, and that's going to be tin plates, which we can also order. And that should hopefully work nicely. At the moment, that is the last bit we're waiting on. What is happening? Why is this... What are you doing? Why do I not have more of you? What could you have possibly done? There's no reason for this to not work. It works exactly like the iron. Exactly like the iron. Let's see, what's it matter? It just didn't even do it. What's going on here? So we've got everything except for the fan, and the fan needs this stuff. Missing ingredients. Ah, that makes sense. So I need tin, and I need to smelt it. Alrighty, I put the tin on, so hopefully that worked. Beautiful. We've got the fan. I'll put that in my inventory just in case it unlocks something for us. And now we have the grinder. Beautiful. So this guy, well, he can actually go in here. Yeah. So he just needs power. Which means I've got to connect him to power somehow. We've got cables everywhere. What I can do is I can show you how this works. And by this, I mean... One second. An indicate. I can slap this on the front, and he should power everything. Now, currently he's not, which is concerning. But that's because our ender cell's empty, and the reason he's empty is impossible to know. Why is he empty? This guy's full of power. This guy exists. You know what I mean? He exists. He's inputting and outputting from all sides. This guy's filled up with power, so the power is acceptable, you know. And then obviously, what else? Is there a cable? I mean, there's a cable here connected, and that's coming straight out of the coal generator. So that should just, I mean, it should just work. What's going on? Ignore redstone. Huh. Okay, I've set it to receive an extract. But it's sort of... It almost doesn't know what it's doing. What's going on down here is hard to tell. So there's cables running underneath, which means it doesn't need to be used as an extra... Oh, but then this guy's getting powered by that. I don't really understand, but I guess it's fine. So does that mean this guy's got... He's got power at least. So yeah, something's working. So now all we need are ender pearls. We have 15 of them somehow. I'm surprised we have that much, to be honest. I think we only need to put 2 in here to get the dust that we need. Now, he's not the fastest thing, but he's pretty much as fast as everything else. And if I really wanted to, we could grab out this overclocker and chuck this guy in, and that would increase the speed by 25%, it looks like. Yeah, do what you will. Alright, we'll run over here. We'll grab the stuff we chopped up. Endstone dust, which we're going to turn into small piles of dust, so I guess I didn't even need that much. And then we get ender dust, and then we get shulker bits. Here we go. And so I would like 4 pieces, and so 4 pieces I get, and then I would like 1 of these bits. And so all that needs is the middle bit, which is a blank model, which needs soot covered redstone, which needs redstone. 2 of them on a piece of coal, which I believe we've still got left out front. So this guy here, and I punch it, And then I believe we are good. So let's hop in here. Grab this guy. Bing, bang, bingo, bango. Awesome. Now, I thought that would be a quest done. So I'm a little bit surprised. We do have... What do we have? We've got this guy. So we'll grab that reward. We've got the grinder. So that gives us a bit of flour. Nice. So yeah, this thing can make sand from gravel and gravel from cobble. So we've got access to sand through those means. What was I going to look up? What did I just make? I made a deep mob learning thing. Oh, I guess, yeah, we're already past that point. Unlucky. Alright, what are our rewards? We get capacitors, sure. And we get common loot iron gear. I mean, the iron gear will probably come in handy at some point, so win-win, I guess. And the capacitors can go back. And then we just have this guy here, the end data model. So what do we do with it? This guy here is full of power. Currently, we were using him for nether data stuff. We can take that out and slap him. Oh, actually, no. We've got to leave him in for now because I need to level up this guy, the end data model. We need to kill some end mobs, I guess. So let's go in here and search mob. Nope, search data. Nope, search model. Nope, I think it's called a deep learner or something. Yeah, here we go. Deep learner. There we go. So we open this up, chuck in this guy, and now we just need to go kill some end mobs, which sounds a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad, I guess. So we'll hop into, I guess, the drag. Oh, we've got pearls. I think that's in the nether, though. I think we want to go dragon. I think this takes us to the portal. Yep. So then we've got some friends here. And we essentially just stand in one of these little spots here. And the party begins. So I just now look at as many of these guys as I can. And then once they realize I'm looking at them, they'll come over here. And then I get rid of them. Ah. Oh yeah, this thing does AoE, and it's genuinely insane. This thing's called a twin blade. This is just a diamond twin blade. I don't even think I enchanted it, just so that you guys can understand what you just witnessed. It is really, really good. And so we're not currently after ender pearls, although it is a good way to get your hands on them. In single player, by the way, when you swing, that thing recharges in time, like the cooldown, so you do max damage. On the server, for whatever reason, obviously it's lag, but I'm not sure why it happens even with lag. But it doesn't do the max damage. So if I grab one to show you, if any of these want to come and visit, here we go. Okay, we've got two of them. I'll show you how this should work. So you can see the health are at 40. One of these hits does about 6. As you can see, it's doing roughly 6. You know, sometimes 7 it looks like. That one looks like it did less, but it does a decent amount. I don't know if one of you guys counted the swings that we did there. There's obviously the AoE damage as well. But that was pretty good. Let's just have a quick look at what happens when I hold it down. I could be wrong. It's entirely possible, so I just wanted to show it off here so that we know for sure. So if I hold it down now... I'll be honest, it looks like we were doing the same damage. So I may just be wrong. I knew that would happen and I did it anyway. Because I took all the armor off to do the other stuff. We can't win. Hold on. I think we've got emergency experience. You know what? I don't think we do. I think I used it all up. You know what? It's fine. I think we've got emergency XP, but it's over here. I think that's the only issue with it. Is the emergency XP is in this guy. So I flick this off. There we go. Alright, well, regardless, I think we've killed 8 of them. So our thing should have leveled up. We can double check. Yep, it's now basic tier. If we wanted to, we could get it up a little bit higher as well, I guess. Why not? That guy's low. How many do I need to defeat? 2 more? I mean, that's just easy, isn't it? Just gotta make some eye contact. Alright, so this guy should now be, if we look over here, advanced tier. Wonderful, so we can slap this guy in. One thing we will need is more of those, whatchamacallums? I can't even think. Can't begin, missing polymer. Yeah, we need polymer. That's the word. Polymer. And what does it require? So it needs iron, it needs gold, it needs lapis, and it needs clay. Now, I can obviously make some of this manually, sure. Realistically, we want to have this automated, right? We want to not need to do this. Not need to manually craft it, because he's pretty good. We also, do we have power going up here? It's hard to tell. I guess if we did, because this thing emptied. So we'll need more power as well, obviously. Oh god, there's so much that we need to do. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take the polymer out for now. Oh no, he's just going to keep... Oh yeah, I'll take the polymer out, so he'll do this last run and then that'll be it, because I don't want him draining all my power. The focus is going to change. I'm not going to work on automating polymer, which is what I was planning to do. I think what we do instead is just upgrade our power generation so that I can fill this guy up and make sure he stays filled, because all of this stuff is just going to drain. Yeah, we don't have the power to support it. The end stuff uses 512 energy per tick. We're not making that much. My first choice in terms of what we're going to do for power is probably going to be a reactor from Powah. These guys are pretty cool. As for which tier we'll go for, good question. Each of them need large capacitors, or just normal capacitors once you get above basic tier. But it also needs the previous tier. So we will need the starter tier regardless. So I guess in a way that works, because then we'll know when we've reached our limit in terms of what we can and can't craft. So what I should do here, let's have a quick look out here. How much room do we have for recipes? We've got one spot. We've got a singular spot for a recipe. I probably want to quickly, before we do waste all that, make another pattern provider. That makes sense to me. So we'll get that guy built. That was very quick. Then we'll make some patterns here. So mainly just the reactor pattern, but I'm not sure if we have all the bits. Okay, it looks like we do. So we'll grab that recipe. That will be fine. It'll need uraninite. I'll work on doing that soon. And then we probably also want basic. And so basic is going to need, obviously, the starter, and it will need large capacitors, both of those recipes. So that should be fine. We can add those in there. Now, for getting the uraninite... Oh, I just returned a bunch of those patterns. Yep, here we go. Luckily, they had the right name. So we'll open this, slap this guy here, chuck those in. Cool. So yeah, to get the uraninite, we already have some. A decent amount. It's, you know, it's fine. To get more, we can smelt 1-to-1, raw uraninite. Or if you energize it, you actually get 2 per pop. And if you put the ores in, you seemingly get a decent amount more as well. So there's a lot of options here. We pretty much want to be energizing all of our stuff. Yeah. Now, we can do that a number of ways. Oh, we've also got this, which is going to be a quest reward, I think. No? Spirited Crystal? Is that not a power reward that we didn't have? This guy here? Spirited Crystal? No? Does it? Huh? Spirited Crystal. Spirited Crystal. Huh. Light him up. Spirited Crystal. Resource uses emeralds and is necessary for the spirited level of machines. Spirited Crystal. There's no number next to it. Some things need more than one, right? We've seen that before with something. This thing doesn't appear to, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, unlucky. Better luck next time, I guess. But if I put all of it in here, like 2, so more than 1, as you can see, the laser doesn't shoot. It's just not working that way. So at this point, we need I want to automate it, but I don't want to do it here. But I don't know if we have the ability to do it elsewhere. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking. You know what? It's actually easy to automate. It's just, yeah, I've got to move it. So we'll pick up the orb, we'll pick up the rod, and we'll go ahead and move this somewhere else at least. In terms of where, great question. We do want it attached to the applied logistics system, so perhaps... What do we have? We've got this mess here, which I still need to build something. You know what? Hold on. There's so much to do. There's so much. What do I want to do? I want to build something around this thing. So I'm thinking maybe I'll grab sandstone, and you can probably chip this, right? Let's have a look. Crumble. Mason's workbench. We've got that over here. What can we turn this into that'll look cool? I mean, we could just do even just bricks. They'd probably look pretty nice, to be honest. But instead... we'll grab, because I do want it to look quite sleek, you know what I mean? Maybe we get etched. Etched looks nice. Sure, we'll pretend that that's fine. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this stuff, I guess around here. That shouldn't look too bad. Alright, well, I've done something here. Look, can I explain what I've done? No, I can't. But it's there, and I think it looks better than nothing. Okay, we've now got some sort of contraption here. So in terms of where I'm going to put the energizing orb, I still don't know. I guess we'll put it roughly over here, because we've got a sheep farm. But like, what's it doing? You know, it's just, it's horrific. We clearly need to remodel that anyway, and so it almost makes sense to do something here. What I'm thinking as well is this tree is pathetic. We'll get rid of that guy. That's all the leaves then gone. I clearly need to fix the wall there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and place the orb here. And then we'll place the rods somewhere. I can't tell. I don't know where to place them. I almost need them to be... how do I want to do this? Like here? But they need to go on a cable. Oh, there's so much. Hold on. Item pipe. Nope. We need cable. Energy cable from Powah. That should do the trick. And so we can probably place this guy. I really don't. Here. Sure. There he is. And then can I even place an ender gate on this guy? You can. It'll do it. It'll work. It'll get the job done, apparently. Is it pretty? No. Can we fix it to make it pretty? Yeah, kind of. Realistically, I want to place it on this side. So can I do that if I... it didn't really work. Hold on. Hold on. I need the right angle. No, it's not. Oh. No, I can't do it. Alright, well, there it is. In all its glory. Now, how do we automate this guy, you may be wondering? Well... we do need another pattern provider, so we'll go ahead and order one. Hopefully we can make it. It's going to be a bit of a craft, that looked like. But that should be fine. We're then going to hop into this guy and make the recipe that we need. So what we're going to start off with is going to be, I guess, just the uraninite. So we're going to pretty much get every single recipe that uses this energizing orb to make uraninite. So we're going to be coming back to this page quite a bit. You know what? At the moment, we just have the two bits. We have the ore and this, so... I guess that's the only ones we'll do. Now, I believe the ore we had was just poor. So we'll go ahead and slap this one in there. Now, two things we need to do. One is obviously I need the pattern. So we're going to have to craft more of this. Go ahead and order that. Oh, the pattern provider's done. Beautiful. Pattern should be done soon. Hopefully. Can I stall long enough? Regardless, I think if I click this... no. Okay. Uraninite. What I was going to say was I think you can... specify like alternatives that are allowed. I'm not too sure how to do it because none of the buttons I just pressed then did the trick. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not too sure how. Regardless, we'll give it a shot. So those are the two recipes I think that I need. We'll then come back over here. To do this, I'm going to slap the pattern provider underneath. We're going to go ahead and... what are we going to do? Yeah, how do I want to do this? Because I want to be able to take items out. So, I think it's fine being there. We'll put the recipes in. We're going to want to tell this guy to not push a crafting ingredient in if the inventory already has one of these inputs. So if there's already raw uraninite in there, don't put another one in. Just don't do it. So that's what that should do. Then to get the item out, we're going to need a pipe. So I think I've got an item cable here, an item pipe. So this guy's going to go preferably on that side. Beautiful. Preferably on either side, to be honest. Probably this one here so that I can pipe it in, right? We're going to want to tell it to extract, which can be done somehow. I think you need a servo, don't you? I always like to hope that I don't, but then I always do. So we want an output servo. Perfect. That guy's going to go there. Awesome. And we want to tell it to... I was going to say wait for redstone. But I don't really know how that works now, because, I mean, this doesn't appear to have redstone control. I mean, to be honest, we just whitelist uraninite, and that should do the trick. At least for now. Obviously, in the future, we'll have to do something a little bit different, but for now, that should get the job done. Open that guy up, if it'll let me. Chuck that guy in. Whitelist. Should be good. Fingers crossed. So then the rest of this just needs to hook up, so we'll connect this cable there, and that should be fine. So we'll go flux cable. I suppose for visuals, we could probably go through there. Oh, did we only have 2? It looks like it. Can we make more? We can. Awesome. That's going to go there. So, if we double check the smart cable in the ground, we're currently using 7 of 8 channels. So we're about to max out that cable, but for now it looks like we're fine. Cover this up. We can put facades there later. That should be fine. So this guy's hooked up. He's online. I think we're good to go. I genuinely think this thing is ready to be put to its test. So let's search uraninite. Let's middle click this and order 1 piece. It says it will craft 3 from a piece of deep slate uraninite ore. We have the ore go in. It starts getting beamed. It's going to take it a little bit because it does these bigger pieces use a lot more power. He's drained. This guy's not providing any power. What I'm going to do is come back over here and tell this guy to only receive. So I'm going to tell him to receive power. That's all he'll do. So then if we come back over here, more power. Awesome. He's working again. I will double check. You know what? I want to watch it happen just to make sure that nothing weird goes on, like it pops in or out or something. So it's done and it's gone and it should be in the system and the crafting recipe is done. Nice. Yeah, I'll take it. The only thing I'm thinking is this guy's going to drain. That is the only problem. To fix that, I just need to move it or even just tell it this side. So what is that? That's north. So can I tell it facing north to extract? I can. And he'll still fill. Beautiful. Okay, everything's working. All is right in the world. So this thing's automated. Cool. So what we can do now is with all the uraninite and stuff in the system, I can search reactor. Each of these you need 36 bits of it in order to make the full multi-block. And to craft it, it looks like we're going to need more iron, more redstone, and more uraninite. So that's pretty good. I will say, however, it's not including the other recipe. I don't know why it's not including... I guess maybe that's all the uraninite you need, but it's saying wrong, isn't it? Uraninite. If I order this, it's going to use the ore that we have. So let's just process it all. What do we have? I've got 5 of that, and then I've got 20 raw. Yeah, what's going on here? So 5 of this. Well, I guess that won't work. What do I need to do? 5 times 6? I need to do 30 of this. And while that's happening, I need to hop down here and go mining. Yeah. I forgot that I didn't have the backpack in that lets me not take fall damage. It's always a good thing to double check. And I guess feather falling doesn't work that far. It is a pretty far distance. As long as they're still fine, we're still fine. we're still good. We're still good. So I'm going to need to start picking up the uraninite when we see it. I will pick it up. Oh, I guess that was uranium. Oh, I don't have silk touch either because I got rid of it. What do I do? That's annoying. Let's go. Where are we going? Let's go back home. Let's consult the enchanting table and see if it will offer me fortune. Because then I could just do fortune instead of the silk touch. Okay, so this guy can't be enchanted. Sure. Alright. I believe you. In here, if we search fortune, we have a pickaxe with fortune 2. And then we have a legendary pickaxe with fortune 2 as well. But it's iron. Okay. So. That's annoying. Okay. Alright. Sure. Yeah. So if anything, I would enchant a book to get myself some fortune. That's sort of the only real option I have at the moment, right? Outside of just putting silk touch on my thing. Boom, boom. Like, it's not a horrible idea. You know what I mean? It's not the worst thing ever. Oh, there's the whole time there was a little zombie in there. Poor little guy. I'll tell you what. This backpack that I have, right, the lapis one, it if we double check here, chance to multiply the amount of experience which is received by the player. I'm really curious as to whether we can dupe it, and I want to give it a shot. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab the fluid pipe. All this stuff's probably going to end up in here, so we'll pick it all up. Clearly got to sort my inventory out a little bit. Okay, so what I want to try here. So what I want to try here, assuming we don't get jumped by pillagers, is use this backpack, make sure it's turned on, set up the tank with the other thing. So set up the tank, set up obviously the XP shower cap. Then there's another item if we stand a little bit closer to the base. Oh, is our base offline? Our base is offline. Has this guy been draining the power? Not currently, but something is. Oh, is it this guy? Yeah, it's currently this guy. Alright, I'll switch him back to receive and extract. I'll let him figure out what he's doing. So that should be the system back online. Beautiful. There is a drain. This guy here. XP drain. Now, there's two of them. We want the one from Kide. So that's going to also need a water bucket. Or just, you know, a bucket, sorry. So we'll make that drain. Nope, that needs more iron ingots, which we don't have. Cool. I think currently we're crushing some in here. Yes, beautiful. Alright, so that's going to go here, and we're going to get an XP drain. Awesome. So, the XP drain will take things out of my inventory and put them into the tank. And then this will drop them out again, right? So currently I have 20 levels. Here's what I want to test. If I turn this off by giving it power, and we drain the 20 levels or whatever it was, we're now down to 11. So if I flick this on again, do I receive more XP than we put in? I feel like we might. And I guess we're about to find out. Because then I could just stand here for a few seconds and get all the stuff that we need. I could be wrong, but I guess we're about to see. Alright. 21. I'm pretty sure listen. 21 levels. So we do it again. I imagine the sparkles I'm seeing is that happening. So 21 levels. Just to double check that nothing else happened. Give it a few seconds. And as you can see, it's about halfway empty. And we're at 20. Okay, we're at 21. And now we're at 22. So, as you can possibly tell, I can just stand here. And it'll do its thing. If I make more drains, it'll obviously speed this process up. Or more shower heads, sorry. So let's... yeah, why not? I'll do 2 for now. We don't necessarily have to overkill it. XP shower. Let's go ahead and put that on this side as well. So there we go. Now we're filling up a little bit faster. Is it... I mean, this is infinite XP. Welcome. Tips and tricks. Infinite XP. So then whenever I want to, I can just turn this lever off. No, sorry, I turn it on, but just don't stand on the tank. And that will obviously fill up my my levels. And so we went from what? Level 20 to level 24. I mean, listen, it's not... I mean, it actually is pretty insane because obviously I've got a very simple setup here. We could very easily improve this. Not just in terms of placing more showers on the side of this thing, but in terms of I could place more tanks. Like, you can connect them, you know what I mean? So now if I do this... See, like, it still fills up faster than I get the experience, but I'm still getting the experience pretty fast. I will say, it is odd that the XP is going down at the moment for me. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't it just be going up? Oh yeah, now we're at 19. Okay. So is it also accompanied with a visual glitch? Is that what's also happening here? Because it does feel a little bit weird, doesn't it? Because now we're back up to 20, so if I... And then I hop off this just to double check that everything's working, yeah. Now we're at 20, 25. I mean, like, it's pretty insane. That's so good. So I can just sit here, you know, and I could just go, I don't know, have a drink of water maybe. Maybe look through the, you know, the items here, like, oh, we've got a quest reward. See? There we go. Card utility, we made the XP drain. Go ahead and accept that reward. Open this up, and we got ourselves another potato battery. Cool. Chuck that in the system. Whatever. Whoop-de-doo. Do we have any mending books? We don't, but we have the ability to take them off these things here whenever we happen to figure out how to do that. So, we're probably level 30 now, right? So I hop off my level updates, and we're at 28. All right. Now this tank. Oh, how does this work? Yeah, okay. This tank stores 4 buckets worth. I think we just get a better tank. In terms of our options, we could do a portable tank. That thing's already just 16 buckets worth. That's pretty good. Modern Industrial has a tank. There's obviously the Ended tank, which has quite a lot. There's a copper battery tank. There's a basic tank from Tech Reborn. This guy stores 128 buckets. That's pretty good. There's also a Create tank. These are also pretty nice. They're going to need barrels in the middle. We could probably do some barrels. Let's do a barrel. Barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, perhaps. Then we search tank. We click this one in. There we go. I make 4 tanks. 1 tank will store 8 buckets, so that's already pretty good. But what we're going to do is dig this down to that and that. And then I'll see if I can reach down there. There we go. And so now this entire contraption holds 32 buckets. And so I can stand on it, and we can look and see it fill up beneath my very feet. And as you can tell, I could have this go downwards with more, what do you call them? More XP showers on the side of it. Because it does appear to be filling up, but it is hard to tell though. Because, I mean, if we look there, I mean, to the best we can, it almost doesn't look like it's filling up, I guess. It looks like we are, yeah, I don't know. But then if I stand off it, how much was in it? Does it say? Yeah, there's 8 buckets worth. Okay. Very interesting. So what does that take us up to? Do we get to 30 from that? We get to 30 from that. I mean, it's pretty insane. Awesome. Listen, is it cheatsy? Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. Do I feel bad about it? Nah, not particularly. Not particularly. So I could have it on here while I'm doing all this stuff. So let's just see what Powah 3. That's all we get from it. Powah 3 again. Do I even want to bother? It is level 30 in chance. I don't know. I might actually just bring the contraption over here because there's no reason to be running back and forth when we don't have to. So pick that up. Pick that up. Pick that up. Beautiful. Okay, sweet. Yeah, you could definitely. You know what as well? You could probably stand on 4 at once, like stand in the corner of them. That's probably a thing as well. Now, we probably want to do it here, specifically because of how this works. Do I want it above ground, I guess? I guess you do, because you want the showers to be on the side. Boom. And boom. And the thing I was getting at was, I think if you place it in here, it'll ruin the enchant. So I'm not 100% sure, but this should work fine anyway. So we can do that, and we can look in here. And I can chuck the stuff in, and I don't know, we can keep an eye on it. So yeah, this level must be accurate, because as you can see, it is going down. And yet the second I stand off of this thing we're on, our levels shoot up to like 50 or something. You know what I mean? Like they actually go up really high. So if I just stand off... Oh, actually no, they don't. Okay, I guess it's working again. Cool. Oh, something went wrong there. We are at 23. We're not at what we were at. Do I have anything mending on? I don't believe I do. Nothing here looks to be mending. So I don't know what the issue is. Maybe I wasn't actually... Maybe the XP couldn't make its way to me. Oh! This guy's eating my XP. He's eating it. Or at least he's trying to. That makes sense. Alright, so how do I fix this? I've clearly got to move it away. All this stuff's going to end up in that vacuum doohickey anyway, unfortunately. You may be happy to know that I am getting like nothing useful. I'm getting single enchants from this, and they're just pathetic. I'll just put Silk Touch back on the mining drill. It's fine. I guess it's fine. Silk Touch, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got at least one of these. I know we've got the mining laser. I'm just not that big a fan of it. We need to use an anvil, which we have here. Drill, Silk Touch, Silk Touch. There we go. Alright, I'll go back down and do the mining that I said I would do, and hopefully not fall to my death. Alright, I have some stuff. I'm not getting a lot of iron at all. I think we should go back towards the top. Deep slate iron, we get a lot at Y negative like 2, negative 3. And 0.5% at 14. 0.3. Yeah, so we should be going at Y14. That sounds pretty good. I think the difference is that the veins are bigger below, like in deep slate. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just, I'll try to head back if I can figure out the way back, and we'll just dig a bit higher. I mean, there's more, and we're still getting stuff like redstone, which is nice, but if you're playing single player, I 100% just say go through the Twilight Forest for your ores. I do think that's just the better option. I could do this. I was doing tunnel and then just doing like a 3x3 of the tunnel, but I mean this works too, as you can see. Alright, so all I need is 24 iron ingots. I've currently got them crushing here. Oh, that's plenty. And then we can at least make the starter tier. From that point onwards, it'll be a little bit cheaper to make new ones, I think. Is that how that's going to work? Because the starter one needs casing and tinies, whereas this one will just need 1 uraninite, the existing, and then larges. It's still going to be a decent amount of iron, I will say that much. But at least, here we go, 36 for the starting reactor. I will just double check. Yeah, that, I mean, it looks fine. 36, click start, click craft. It should be, once again, it should be pretty quick because it's all just crafting recipes. So we don't have to wait for anything to smelt. We don't have to wait for anything to energize or anything. We're literally just waiting for it to craft. All right, we're almost there. And it is allegedly complete. We have 36 reactor starter. Now we can place it. As you can see, if you're placing it somewhere that it can't go, it'll be red. If it's somewhere it can go, it'll be green. Now, where do we want to put a reactor? Now, these guys, at least in the past, they didn't blow up. They shouldn't blow up, even now. But, they are, I mean, they're 3x3 and then 4 blocks tall. So we could place one here, and it would sort of fit, I guess. The only issue would be if any of these aren't just grass blocks, but they all look to be grass blocks. The second issue would be if any of them accepted items that they shouldn't, because there are obviously pipes running under there, which I could disconnect. What's the other option? The other option is that I put it in a specific area that's going to be for the reactor, which could be over here. You know, we could have like a reactor into the side of this mountain or something. So I think that could work. For now, I'll place it right here. Why not? So I've got our reactor starter. You right click. It'll take the blocks out of your inventory and just build the thing itself, which it's pretty nice. I quite like it. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty fun. And then once it is finished, ta-da! You have a complete reactor. Now, there's a lot of things going on here. 2 things to make note of. This is power being created. This is water. The middle part is your fuel. And then these are little additives to your things. Now, if you hover over the bars, it'll tell you pretty much what you want. So obviously it tells you energy. This one's carbon, so you'd put charcoal in here, for example. This one's redstone. You put redstone in there. This one is solid coolant. So you can put ice of any type in here. And then this one is uraninite. You've got your temperature here to watch, and you've got your fluids there and whatnot. So we're kind of lucky because quest rewards have given us pretty much everything we need. And then we also have charcoal on top of that. Now, the issue we have with charcoal is I think it's being stored on the roof, isn't it? So it's just a little bit annoying to get to, but here we go. What I'm going to do is grab out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bits. And I want to make a stack of charcoal blocks. There we go. Beautiful. So these are going to go into the reactor. I would also like a stack of redstone blocks, but that's probably pushing it a little bit. I don't think we have the redstone for that. I can like slowly get there, you know what I mean? You don't need to use blocks, by the way. It's just blocks are going to make it so that I don't have to replace it as often, you know what I mean? And then for the coolant, we actually already have some dry ice that we got from quest rewards. This is what you want. To get your hands on dry ice, you can apparently find some, which is pretty crazy. But what you would usually do is you would combine 2 blue ice in an energizing orb. And then blue ice, you can also find that in the overworld, obviously, probably a higher chance. But there's a few machines, as you can see, that can actually make it, depending on what you do. You can use, 9 packed ice, or you can use 4 in this recipe. you can freeze it some other way. There's a few things. There's trading as well, if we had a wandering trader spawn. What's this guy? A packer. Yeah, I mean, that's self-explanatory. Pure Daisy. This is usually the good option. This will do a 1-to-1 ratio of packed ice to blue ice, which is crazy. Packed ice, you can do a 1-to-1 again with ice to the packed ice. And then I think ice as well. I don't know if the Pure Daisy does it, but you can. There is one that turns water into ice. But even if you have to use something else to get your hands on that first bit of ice, which I don't actually know how you do it. I mean, you could Britannia it with snow. You'd probably vacuum freeze it, but that needs power. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah. Regardless, there's options, right? Ice shard maybe. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you could farm corrupted Lunarians. Oh, you obviously got to go to space for that. All right, sure. Anyhow, so we've got all the stuff on us except for obviously the fuel. So we'll go ahead and search Uraninite and grab some of that, and we'll check it out. So, how does this guy work? If we put one fuel in here, there he is. You can see the rate at which it burns. That increases as the temperature increases. You don't want it to be using your fuel, right? It generates power. It's doing 150 a tick at the moment. You don't want it to use your fuel. If we put redstone in, it will increase the fuel consumption. And then this one increases efficiency. So we'll put the charcoal in. That's going to... I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not sure, but the temperature's still going up, I guess. Wait, generation factor is 150, but it's currently only generating 3 forge energy per tick. Okay, so I think what's happening is it'll be more efficient, but it'll generate less. We're currently generating nothing. We're literally just burning... Oh, we're out of uraninite. It burns through it quickly. Well, we're just going to put ice in here as well, cool it down. We're going to put in redstone as well, cool that down. We're going to wait for the temperature to drop, because I'm pretty sure this is still too high, even if we put more fuel in. And then we'll see what the fuel rate looks like. Oh, another big thing that is burning our fuel, you need water. I believe you only need to put 1 bucket in, but you do need water in there, or else you've pretty much just thrown away your water, like what you just saw me do there. So can I grab a water? No, I don't have any buckets. We have a milk bucket, but we don't have a bucket. Let's go there, grab the water out, beautiful. And I should just be able to right-click that in. Awesome. So he's full of water. He doesn't consume it, or at least he used to not. So we'll see how that goes. The temperature, as you can see, is dropping a lot faster now. From memory, you can sort of have it around 200. So when it gets to about 200, I'll go ahead and put in the fuel again, and we can see what temperature it peaks at. So the fuel's in. The temperature is still dropping, which is genuinely insane. You can see, obviously, the fuel usage dropping as well. The millibuckets per tick. Is it really going to go down to like... Yeah, okay. So it's gone down to 29 degrees Celsius. Burning fuel at 0.02 millibuckets, or milliblocks, I guess, in this case, per tick. Honestly, really good. The problem is, we're only making 11 forge energy per tick, which is really not much at all. We want a new reactor. I'm just going to pick this guy up. I know we're wasting some of the stuff in terms of, you know, the dry ice and the redstone and stuff we put in there. It's fine. Look, it's not the end of the world. A little bit silly on my behalf, but we'll live. In terms of reactor, I can put this starter one back in. The basic tier is going to take it from 150 forge energy per tick as the quote-unquote generation factor up to 700. So that goes up. As for what generation factor means, not too sure, honestly. If we right-click this, do we get to see the things? Yeah, so water is the only coolant. Solid coolant, dry ice is down here at negative 32 degrees, so clearly the best there as well. And then that's all it tells you, so there you have it. If we want 36 basic reactors, what will we need? We'll need more redstone, that's fine, we're making redstone at the moment. A little bit of charcoal, a little bit of clay, 72 iron will be needed as well. So let's go ahead and get the redstone out and get the iron smelting. We need so much more iron. But yeah, I mean... It's doable. I don't know what I just put away. I didn't want to put it away, but it's away. And then next up is the hardened. I might make the blueprint for this so that we can see what it's going to cost us when we inevitably make it. But yeah, that's going to be even more iron. We need so much iron. It's annoying how much iron we need. It genuinely is. I will go back in the Twilight Forest and grab some more. But this is pretty much the episode done. I'll probably place that reactor back just to get a screenshot of it, I guess. But that's all she wrote for now. Yeah, what's a nice spot to place it for a thumbnail? I'll place it here. This is a nice area. We'll get rid of that. We'll place this. I'll let it build. Maybe I'll put like one piece in just to have it glow, at least in the thumbnail. And then that'll be it. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're enjoying the checking out base vids as well. They're always pretty fun. Thank you for supporting the channel. Whether it's from watching the video. It's not glowing. How unfortunate. Usually it would glow. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to our donators and channel members, our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy and Andre. Thank you guys so much. Don't feel pressured to donate, but thank you to those of you who have. It's very generous of you. You do not need to. Don't feel obliged in the slightest. And that's it. Short and sweet. I say short and sweet. The video is not short and sweet. The outro is short and sweet. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Well, actually, just before we do it, as it starts to rain, signaling my disappearance. Let's have a look. What do we have? Robert Law, Part 6. Let's go. Let's check it out. Here we go. Chapter 4, Part 2. The escape. If you don't know what's happening here, buckle in. The escape. The only escape method was to break out with tools, but nobody took any sort of mining tool. If you don't know where we're up to, I don't really either. Where are we? We're underground. We're in the Skulk. We're in the deep dark. They're looking for an escape. There's skeletons, and they think they're going to trigger the warden. Yeah. Alright, nobody brought any mining tool. Lucky for the survivors, the previous inhabitants... This is by the community as well. I'm not writing these myself. I'm not that creative, or at least I don't think I am. The previous inhabitants left loot in player-protected chests. They only needed to find that player. Was it you? No, it was Golden 47 and Human Target. They searched with extra caution until it happened. The warden was spawned, and so the running and hiding began. Looking for loot whilst dodging every attack the warden threw at them. The only way to survive was to take the life of the warden. But how? No tools, magic does not work, and better yet, Robert was out of energy. Under so much pressure, Golden Target would have to attempt to get Robert either more energy or risk their life to kill the warden themselves. With only one choice, they go ahead with the plan that might kill them. Gold goes and plugs the ears of the warden, and Target breaks his bones. That was the plan. The time was 9:40. 20 minutes to prepare. They go ahead with this death plan. They succeed and the warden is dead. Gold and Target think of a way that they can use the bones from the warden as tool rods. They create it. The escape plan is ready. With pickaxe in both Gold and Target's hands, they begin to mine to the nearest cave. The escape was a success, and so they felt grass for the first time in 6 months. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.